guys, it's your girl Asia from the Lady of the Apocalypse. I'm going to be telling you my top teen friendly survivalist shows / movies. The first show is one of my favorites. I've seen it at least, I think, 3 times, and that is The Tribe. It is a New Zealand show that came out in 1999 and ended in 2003, so it is pretty much like 20 plus years old. I think around 20 years old. And it is basically about kids growing up without parents. There was a virus that essentially killed anyone over the age of 18. I don't believe once you turn 18 you die. It's just that all the 18-year-olds and above that were around that time, they were just dead and gone. So the whole series is about these young kids doing kid shit and living their life. Okay, they're trying to survive the apocalypse on their own with not knowing anything. And I think this is really good to watch because it just shows how kids would react in certain situations. Clearly the kid that you're gonna have, I assume, is going to be raised as survivalists, so they probably wouldn't be doing some of the stupid shit that they do, but they're gonna have to deal with some of the stupid shit because other kids and other parents aren't teaching them about prepping or survivalism. And there are a lot of big things that happen. There are multiple pregnancies, meaning that sex is involved in some of the episodes. You don't see it because it is a teen show. I forgot what it was rated, but it's definitely a teenage show, so you're not going to actually see it. But we all know what happens when we all know what happens before someone has a baby. Like, we know this. You and I know this, but to a kid, it could be like, oh, a stock brought them. But I really think this is a good show to start them off on, and it just shows what will happen when there are no adults around. I know that there were some gangs that came up, a couple of cults also, even a couple of people who were like, we're in technology, we're the Tesla and the Elon Musks of this apocalypse. It's a really good show. There are some serious moments, some fun moments. There are really moments. I know that you enjoy it, and you can watch it on either Tubi or Pluto TV, one of the two, but you can watch it online for free, and there are 5 seasons, so you're going to be watching for a while. The next show is called Freakish. This is a Hulu original show that was produced by Awesomeness TV, so you're going to have a lot of Vine stars, YouTube stars. I don't think TikTok was really big back then. We may have some TikTok stars in the show as well, but the main stars are Lisa Koshy, Hayes Greer, Megan Rinks, Leo Howard, and Aslan Paul. I hope I pronounced y'all names right. But it is all about these group of teenagers who are in a school when the chemical power plant blows up and starts infecting everyone that has been outside and around it. They're basically turned into mutants. I don't know whether this is still true or not because, copyright claims and shit like that, but Marvel owns the term zombies. If it looks like a zombie, quacks like a zombie, why are we calling them walkers, puppies and kittens, mutants, or anything like that? What? Sirs and misses? But whatever. They're turned into mutants, and I honestly like the show. It took me a day and a half to watch the whole entire series because I had to keep watching it, and it has some of the TikTok, I think it may have some TikTok stars, some Vine stars that your kids might know. But the main reason why I have this on my list is because it is based on an area which a lot of kids are in, which is school. Now, this did not the bombing, but the explosion did not happen during school times. If it did, there would be more people in the school. It happened on a Saturday during detention. So Your kid may or may not be in school during that time, but it's really important to know the layout of the school, know what is at the school, in the school, where certain food is and things like that, just in case you have to be stuck in school. I know that in most school systems, once they have the warning that there's like a snowstorm or a tornado coming, they do not want to have the responsibility of the children and say, "Hey kids, we got the 411. Get the hell out. You're not staying in here." But who knows? There might be a situation where your kid might have to stay in school. The next one is my favorite show. It is Z Nation. Now, Z Nation, you can say it's not teen friendly, but the times that I've watched this show, I don't think it is that bad. I would let my teenager watch Z Nation. It's Z Nation and then Walking Dead. That's the progression of zombie TV shows. Okay? My progression. And the reason why I think Z Nation is better for teenagers, because it gives them almost a goal other than surviving. I think when you watch Walking Dead, and maybe that's why I didn't really get into it, is because their only goal was survival. It wasn't anything else. Like, yes, obviously we need to survive. That's the number one goal. But it's like, we're more than just surviving. Let's have something else. And I feel like Z Nation has that. In every season, in the entire show, you're trying to get Murphy to California. And then other shit happens. And then other shit happens. I like that in every single season, it can stand on its own. And if it wasn't like picked up or renewed, it would be okay if it just ended that way. Because the story concluded itself. Okay? Don't get me started on terrible endings and cliffhangers and shows not knowing how to end stories, but this is a really good show. I think it's good just to help with survival and just to, talk with your kids and be like, "Hey, Joe, hey Joanna, listen, you see how he's turning her into a prostitute? What are we not going to do? We're not going to do that. So how we're not going to do that? We're going to learn how to fight." The next one is Night of the Living Dead, specifically the 1968 version. I have my notes right here. The 1968 version. I don't know what it is to explain about Night of the Living Dead. I think it's a good movie to watch. I don't think there's anything super bad, super gory. It's all in black and white, like what you're going to see. But I feel like this movie is a very good talking point a very good like jumping off point to talk to your kids about survival, and especially the racial aspects and undertones within like shit hits the fan community. Because let's get real, most prepper people and survivalists, all you see are white people. You do. Don't comment and be like, "Oh no, they're black people in the community. You're black." I get it, but most of them are Caucasian, okay? Most of the ones you see on YouTube, they're white. And I feel like if you show them if you're a white family watching this, you can talk about race and how, listen, there are gonna be people out there that are gonna be assholes this way. Little black child, Lindsay, people. Like, even though this is 2053, there are people out there like this that are going to be dickheads to you just because of the color of your skin, and you're going to have to deal with that. And deal with zombies. Deal with that and zombies trying to eat your face off. Too many difficulties. Too many, but you, as my black daughter, as my black son, you're going to have to deal with that. You're dealing with it right now, and we don't have zombies. We don't have zombies around. So we're going to deal with what we can deal with now. But I think it is a really good movie to talk about race, as well as, just like with other ones, people dynamics, how they treat you, and the dumb shit that they do. Now, the next two shows, I have not seen it. I don't know whether it's really good, but you can still learn from it, just like the other ones that I said. So The next one is DayBreak. It is based on, I think this is based on a comic by the same name. This series follows the story of a 17-year-old Canadian high school outcast, Josh Wheeler, who is searching for his missing British girlfriend, Sam Dean, in a post-apocalyptic Glendale, California, and he is joined by a ragtag group of misfits. Basically, I read the synopsis and I was like, basically this guy is doing something very stupid. Very, very stupid. Like, very stupid. But from that synopsis, I can say that, hey, when your children have significant others and they've been with them for maybe like a year plus, maybe you need to talk to them about, hey, listen, sweetheart, I don't want you to do foolishness like trying to find your girlfriend. If she's your real girlfriend, if she really loves you, you would make a plan with your girlfriend. If shit hits the fan, baby, we are going to meet at this location. And you can do this every day you hang out. Just be like, hey, babe, we're going to the shopping center. If shit hits the fan, let's meet at the water fountain right here. You can do that every time you work out. It could be a new location, new location all the time. I think I saw FBI where there was a shooting in a mall and all the couples were there. Yeah, this can happen at any time in any way. So if your son or daughter has a significant other, maybe you should try to bring them into the prepper situation and be like, listen, my son, my daughter loves you and you need to get on board. But it seems like a really good show. There's only one season, so I guess it wasn't that good because it got canceled. But it's a teen show about the apocalypse. What's not to love? Last is The Walking Dead Beyond World. I feel like this is like the fourth spin-off of The Walking Dead. But this one is a series set in Nebraska 10 years after the zombie apocalypse, and it features teenage protagonists. That is the main thing. Most zombies and apocalyptic shows focus on the adults in this situation, not the teenagers. And I feel like there needs to be more teenage-based apocalypse in zombie movies because I feel like, one, you get more money out of it. Like, there are more preppers out there. Obviously, these preppers are going to have kids, so create a market for the children. But it's just, I think it's their time. I think it's the teenage time to have an apocalyptic show, and this is it. I have not seen this one yet, and I think there are 2 seasons of this show, so clearly other people like it, so you can watch at least 2 seasons of it. Those are my top teen-friendly apocalypse / shit hits the van survivalist TV shows. Comment down below if you have any other suggestions on TV shows. I know that I did not bring up a lot, but these are the ones that I thought would be interesting. Again, thank you for watching. Comment, subscribe, do all that fun stuff, and I will see you guys later. Bye.